Hi guys, welcome back. I mean, not welcome back, but you know what I mean. New Year's. A lot of the things that happened last year, we need to apply it, to this year. And that's what growth is. Basically, you learn from your mistakes, you learn something new, and then you just apply it. Now, for this video, I'm going to be talking about some a little bit updates, and then towards the end I'm gonna give you guys a highly recommended editor if you want to start what I'm starting, which is Flash Ambient. He's a really great editor, but I'm gonna give you a few tips before you go watch him, so stay tuned for that one. Hi, my name is Daniel. I've been a real estate photographer now for 3 years, going on to 4 years, I think. I can't even keep up with this time. Anyways, so in this channel, we pretty much help out marketing strategies, methods that I personally use and that has worked out for me in order for you guys to try it. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't, then now you know. So this is pretty much what the channel is all about. It's just me giving my experiences, me growing a company from the ground up, and see where it takes me, in the next couple of years. So I want to see it grow. I want to see it, you know, kind of just work itself out to the point that the reputation works really good, and there's a system, and I have other photographers that go out there and we break bread together. This is pretty much my ultimate goal in life, is just helping one another, because I was a photographer way before this, and I never knew, or I never had anybody who told me, hey, have you tried out real estate photography? And for those people who stick to portraits and landscapes and stuff like that, please keep an open mind about this, where it can be very profitable for you and really helps you a lot. Without real estate photography, I wouldn't have all of this. Honestly, like, this is all out of, expenses that I had to be made, in order for me to work comfortable and get the job done. This is all about, getting the job done as quickly and as efficient as you can possibly do. Anyway, so getting off track here. So yeah, let's go on to this video. With that said, let's move on with this video. I know I rant a lot, but it's honestly just a heart-to-heart moment that I get. Anyway, so few updates that I have and a few observations when it comes to real estate photography. So like I mentioned, there's going to be some changes within my company. I love the idea of working efficiently and getting the job done as quickly as possible, so that way customers are satisfied and they keep coming back. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. But there has been a few instances where I feel like I could have done more, and this past few weeks, a couple of houses that I felt really bad. I felt like, damn, could have done way better of a job if I had a flash. Keep in mind that I do have some speed lights. The only problem with them is that they don't cover as much area. So they pop the flash, but it doesn't cover as well as a AD200, which I got finally. But so I really regret that I didn't have the proper equipment for those two properties, because I sometimes forget that these people who lived there for quite a while and they're planning to sell it, they're selling into the intent of showcasing how well taken care of it is, like whether it's furniture, paint jobs, um, upgrades to the place. So it was a quick little reminder that I should be, portraying their vision, or like if they see that their house is so beautiful, which they were, it was absolutely amazing, and hence why I felt bad with not doing my best. And I think doing the best is providing such high quality photo, which flash photography and lighting can do that. Unfortunately, I know that I'm probably gonna piss off some of you people out there that I said that, but it's true. Once you know studio lighting, it's pretty amazing the stuff that you can do. So lesson learned. If you guys want to see the flash, so I got the 8200 Pro by Godox, and it's really good. I already tested out a few shots in my place. Covers everything. I like the splashiness and stuff like that. So it's just like to the point that every scenario might be different. Sometimes you have to use full power. Sometimes you have to use a quarter of a power. So luckily, if you're wanting to learn lighting and stuff like that, I don't know if I know anybody who teaches that detailed. Yeah, I don't know anybody. But basically, is for me, I suck at being on the spot and then teaching you guys how to do it. So yeah, if you want the very technical version of it, if you have absolutely no knowledge about light, there's some people out there who is very technical. They show you the math, they show you everything little by little, but this is not the video for it. So I got the flash, due to that reason. Going back to the moral of the story here is, yeah, I kind of felt bad, honestly. I felt bad, but I learned my lesson, and it was an eye opener for me. So I'm gonna bring it, but only to specific locations where I feel like it's completely necessary. And as soon as I have something in my portfolio that showcase the quality of flash ambient versus HDR, then I can change my prices and then have two methods or two options for the real estate agent to choose from. Either you want the HDR or do you want the flash ambient, which is going to be a little bit of a higher price than what I normally do. So yeah, those are like the big major updates that I have for you guys. I have a couple of things working on, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. It hasn't been set up, so it's just an idea lingering in my mind, and I'm just writing it, trying to work things out, and trying to see all the steps that might fail, and then reverse engineer pretty much. Anyways, you guys don't want to hear that. This is just boring stuff. And then if you're stuck around for this long, I'm gonna give you a highly recommended channel. But before you join or you start watching this guy, he is amazing. He knows his stuff. He's very good at what he does, and I learned a lot from him. which I downloaded his Photoshop actions, and they work wonderful. Now, if you want me to edit the first set of photos live on YouTube, comment down below and let me know if you want to see that process. I'll go on YouTube live and then we'll go through it together. Anyways, so his name is Hunter L. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I feel kind of bad. But if you guys know lighting, if you guys know your Photoshop tools, how to work Lightroom, this is the guy. A lot of his comments, because I always do research and stuff like that. What do the people think about him? Because he's a good kid. He's very awkward. So, and he doesn't teach much. So you have to keep up the pace with what he's doing, and knowing how to workshop and have very good knowledge on Lightroom and Photoshop. It's a good advantage in your hands, because in the comments down below, they keep saying like, oh, you lost me at the first step. Well, this is not a video of a tutorial video. He's just showing you his process. And, people are just, people are people. It's amazing. So the people who are getting mad at him because he's not really teaching, are the people who don't know what he's doing. He's not, they can't keep up with him. So learn the basics of Photoshop, or as you watch his videos, pause it, pull up Google, and research how to do this, how to do that. So in my life, if I get enough people saying that, yes, I do want that, I'll go ahead. I already downloaded his actions. I think they're amazing. And for what it does, I think it's amazing. It's a time saver. And I'm all about saving time. So just keep that in mind, that you need to do your own research. You need to be knowledgeable of the stuff that you have in your computer, Photoshop, Lightroom. Because if you don't, all these tutorial videos which they give you step by step by step by step, every minor little detail. And he's like me, that it's difficult to teach the basics, because you're supposed to know already. So it's kind of hard to go backwards. It's like telling a doctor, hey, do you remember your residency when you were in residency, training to be a doctor? They're gonna say, no, I don't remember nothing about that. It's just second nature to us now. But going back and explaining something that you already know, it's kind of difficult. It's hard to explain, but I do understand that kid, and I like him. He's very straight to the point, and that's how it is. Sometimes if you get left behind, you get left behind. So do your own research, do whatever it takes for you to understand that method, because it's very simple once you understand it. It looks like it takes a lot of steps, but those steps kind of just shrink due to time, because you already are familiar. It's second memory, it's just memory. And you just, brush, that's it. Do the gradient. All the stuff that he teaches is really, really good. And it can benefit you guys in the future if you know what you're doing. That's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm really emphasizing of knowing your stuff. And because it bothers me seeing those comments. It's like, you're a photographer. You should know your stuff. You should know this. Instead of complaining to him that, oh, you don't explain too much. Like, I get it. He's making a video, but he's not giving a tutorial of how to. He's just saying, this is my process, and that's it. He absolutely has he doesn't owe anybody or explain anybody his process, which can be very, very lucrative for you if you apply that into your business and into your photography. So yeah, so some people are, some people are, it's sad to see that, honestly. Some people just want everything handed to them. But, it sucks because I can see him rising a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much all what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so you guys will be seeing me, giving YouTube lives, editing. That's something that I wanted to do. But that's more of the Flash Ambient. I mean, the HDR and the blending and stuff like that, I think that's the basics. And that I'm done with that like in 20 minutes or so, or less, I think. So with the Flash Ambient, I like that because it gives a little bit of challenge, not for the viewer to see that, but it gives me the challenge for me and perfect it. And as soon as I perfect it, is probably I'm gonna be different from all of my competitors. Oh, and that's another thing why I'm choosing the Flash Ambient now, because nobody else does it, and the people who do it are getting paid the most. So that's another reason too. Like I think I'm in a point of my career that like I did the nitty gritty, I did the bargaining, I did the people fighting with me, I did the people cussing at me, I did everything. Okay, now it's time to level up. so yeah, so hopefully you guys level up with me. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys are not subscribers, and if you made it this far, thank you. Anyways, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment down below. I always reply to the comments who are worthy. Nothing. But there's just some comments out there that is just like, come on, dude, like, really? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good year so far, and it's time to be on the next level. All right,